Graduates and guests joining us today to recognize and honor our history-making graduating class of 2025 are distinguished guests and leaders from our college and university. Michael Miller, Grand Marshal. Katrina Watson, Outstanding Graduate. Lei Sun, Chair of Speech Language Pathology. Henry O'Lawrence, Chair of Health Care Management. Kamiyar Alai, Chair of Health Science. Allison Eade, Chair of Kinesiology. Jenny Bagwell, Chair of Physical Therapy. Michael Williams, Director of Nursing. Rowdy Roy, Interim Associate Dean for Faculty Affairs and Research. Tiffany Vargas, Associate Dean. Grace Reynolds Fisher, Interim Dean. Hei Fang Hung, Interim Vice Provost of Academic Programs. Jeff Cook, Chief Communications Officer. Chris Fowler, Chief of Staff. Min Yao, Vice President, Information Technology. Daniel Montoya, Vice President, University Relations and Development. Scott Appel, Vice President, Administration and Finance. Karen Sissom Gunn, Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs. And President Jane Close Connolly. Friends and families, the College of Health and Human Services ceremony begins today with our land acknowledgement, our recognition that Cal State Long Beach is on the land of the Tongva Gabrieleño and Ahashaman Waneño nations, who have lived and continue to live there. In 2018, the university adopted a new alma mater anthem with lyrics by Christian Valdez and music by Kyle Gabriel, composed when both were students in the Bob Cole Conservatory of Music. To sing it for you this afternoon, please welcome 2025 graduate Alyssa Curiel.
Home to scholars, artists, dreamers, all are welcome here. Maker of tomorrow's leaders now and through the years. Love for all that came before us, in our hearts we hold. Always honor truth and justice, always black and gold. Rise and innovate forever, ever higher reach. All our lives we shall remember beautiful Long Beach. Rise and innovate forever, ever higher reach. All our lives we shall remember beautiful Long Beach. All our lives we shall remember beautiful Long Beach.
Thank you, Alyssa. And now please welcome to the podium the Interim Dean of the College of Health and Human Services, Dr. Grace Reynolds Fisher.
Hello, College of Health and Human Services. How are you doing out there? President Connolly, Provost Gunn, honored guests, alumni, faculty, staff, graduates, and friends and families of our graduates, welcome to Commencement 2025. As the Dean of the College of Health and Human Services, it is my honor to officially welcome you to the 2025 commencement exercises of the California State University, Long Beach. Each year, a faculty member is selected to serve as Grand Marshal for the commencement ceremony. This year, the high honor is given to Dr. Michael Miller from the Department of Physical Therapy. Please join me in congratulating Dr. Miller. And now it is my honor to welcome our College of Health and Human Services outstanding graduate, Katrina Watson, to say a few words.
To begin, I would like to recognize my fellow graduates, their loved ones, distinguished faculty and staff, and all the volunteers that brought today together. More so, I would also like to recognize those that cannot be with us today. To my fellow graduates, I feel compelled to name the work we have all put in to be able to stand here today and celebrate. I see you, and I'm honored to stand alongside you. For so many of us, today is a momentous day of joy. And on such a day, I would like to offer you a piece of advice that may seem counterintuitive. Do not live your life just for days like today. While you are absolutely deserving of celebration and partaking in the joy of your achievements, do not know joy only on days like this. There are only so many momentous occasions. As we share in this moment of reflection, please know that I cannot stand up here and tell you who you are. That is a choice that only you can make. I can only ask that you allow yourself to be known. For all that life asks of you, you must ask this in return. And while I hold many convictions on life, I cannot tell you that life is easy. But what I can do is tell you that I believe. I believe because the most profound moments of joy in my life have come from other people. It is the community that surrounds you that reminds you not only of joy, but of meaning, connection, and purpose. I encourage you all to live a life that belongs to you and is enriched by others. As we go out into the world and in the pursuit of life, let the journey be joyful. Thank you.
Thank you, Katrina. As they start their careers in health and human services, a common theme among our CHHS graduates is their collective sense of wanting to make a difference in the lives of others to help them live happier, healthier, and safer lives. Many of our students overcame challenges in order to follow their dreams and make a positive impact on the lives of others as well as themselves. What follows is a small representation of our amazing students graduating from across more than 70 degree programs in the College of Health and Human Services today. Some of our physical therapy graduates, for example, told us stories about some of their challenges they overcame to get to this landmark moment today of obtaining their doctorate in physical therapy. Graduates like Natalie Aston, who deepened her perspective and practice by taking care of her own family members struggling with health issues. She cites her CSULB DPT family for helping her and encouraging her every step of the way. Similarly, our healthcare management graduates credit the friends they met in college for helping them along the way. Graduates like Genesis Amador Villanueva, looking back at her college experience, Genesis said that at first it was difficult to balance work, school, and being involved in many school clubs. I am sure many of you can relate. Genesis quickly adjusted by teaming up with her classmates to form study groups, do homework, and bond with each other. Today, Genesis obtains not only her degree, but lifelong friends and mentors. Likewise, our health sciences graduates work together to cross the finish line and are also passionate about making a difference in the lives of others. Graduates like Ada Bimpe Akinlari, an international student from Nigeria, who, while a student, worked with her CSULB faculty on research to address health disparities abroad. Bimpe, as she is known by most, told us she is especially grateful to be here today, as it was just a few years ago when she was attending college in Ukraine and was forced to evacuate due to the impending war that was about to take place. Bimpe rallied, eventually obtaining her degree as a doctor, and further attains her advanced degree in public health today. Our kinesiology graduates, meanwhile, are pursuing their dreams and will no doubt have a positive impact on society. Graduates like Nikolai Freshlin, who came to CSULB in the field of exercise science and biomechanics. Nikolai will be embarking on an exciting venture immediately after graduation when he interns with the LA Dodgers this summer. Our School of Nursing graduates are pursuing their dreams of becoming leading healthcare professionals. Graduates like Christina Falabella, who is following in the footsteps of her mother, who is also a nurse. Tragically, Christina lost her family home in the Eaton fire earlier this year. But despite her personal challenges, was able to finish her clinicals and is standing here today, a proud nursing graduate like her mother before her. Finally, our speech language pathology graduates are eager to use their knowledge and skills attained as part of their degree program to become professional practitioners. Graduates like Courtney Wilson, who helps to use the clinical knowledge she has attained by working in the CSULB Speech Language Clinic to provide differential, bilingual, and voice therapy services to underserved populations. College of Health and Human Services graduates, your family, faculty, and friends are so proud of you and what you've accomplished in order to be here today. Congratulations to the class of 2025. I would now like to recognize another of our college awardees for this year. When your name is called, please stand to be recognized. The Outstanding College Thesis Award goes to Michaela Lashley from the Department of Speech Language Pathology. Please join me in congratulating Michaela. We are so proud of you, Michaela. The Commencement program provides a full list of distinguished academic awards and their recipients, including the Graduate Dean's List of University Scholars and Artists, which recognizes the top 1% of the university's graduate enrollment. Congratulations to all awardees who received any one of these distinguished honors. Long Beach State is a remarkable institution. To help illustrate that, I am pleased to share a series of videos that begins with an address from our esteemed university president, Jane Close Connolly. Before the videos roll, let me just say, doctoral degree graduates, followed by our master's degree graduates, and then our bachelor's graduates. As we begin showing our video presentation, please stand when you are asked to do so by your faculty marshals and begin your walk to the field. You will then be formally presented to the president for conferral of your degree and then take your moment on the stage. President Connolly and I, along with our department chairs and school directors, will join in receiving our candidates. Will the first row of graduates please stand and come forward under the direction of the faculty marshals? Let's roll the videos and begin our lineup for the procession. President Connolly, take it away.
Your participation in our 2025 commencement provides proof positive that each of you are talented and resilient. I know that along the way with the good times, most of you experienced some hard times at the beach, maybe some anxiety, maybe some academic or social or personal misstep, but here you are. In future times, I hope you remember these moments walking the stage as evidence that anything is possible in your life. You may not be there yet, but with hard work and a little luck, you will accomplish your dreams. I'd like to leave you with this bit of advice. Be open to the possibilities available to you in this ever-changing world and to the potentials that are within you. The world of work is quickly evolving, but with your discipline, specific knowledge, and your critical thinking and problem-solving skills, you are ready to embrace the future and, in fact, create the future you want to be your best selves. Best wishes on all your next adventures, and go beach.
Hello graduates, my name is Genesis Hara, Cal State Long Beach class of 2019 and 2022 and former ASI president. I am so proud to welcome you to an esteemed group of Beach alumni, more than 400,000 strong. Make no mistake, we may be a big family, but we are a tight-knit family. We keep in touch with our alma mater, we look out for one another, and we celebrate each other's accomplishments. And today, we celebrate you. Know that as a graduate of Cal State Long Beach, you also join a family of dreamers, change makers, leaders, and achievers. When we dream big. Jurassic Park big. Yes, iconic film director, producer, and screenwriter Steven Spielberg is one of your fellow Beach alumni. So is Wendy McLinden-Covey, whom you've seen in The Goldbergs, Reno 911, and Bridesmaids. And Caitlin Dickerson, immigration reporter for The Atlantic and winner of a Peabody Award. Beach alumni leave their mark on the world, always striving to make it better. Thomas Baker, Canada Research Chair in Quantum Computing, is developing concepts and finding solutions for quantum computation, while Lenora Norosky creates programs to educate future generations of immunologists as she researches and treats chronic illnesses and immunodeficiencies. We serve our communities with plenty of beach pride. Among our alumni in public office are Robert Garcia, U.S. Congressman for the 42nd District in the U.S. House of Representatives, and Lena Gonzalez, California State Senator, 33rd District in the California State Senate. And let's not forget about our former beach student athletes who still make us proud. Among them, Misty May Trainer, beach volleyball 3-time Olympic gold medalist, Terrell Davis, Hall of Famer and former running back for the Denver Broncos, and professional baseball player Evan Longoria. So beach graduates, you are now part of this illustrious family. Remember that no matter where you go or what you do, you're a beach alumni for life. Stay connected, go out there, and take on the world. Go beach!
All right. And now the moment you have been waiting for. It is time to confer degrees. It is my honor to introduce Dr. Karen Sissom-Gunn, who is the University Provost and Senior Vice President of Academic Affairs. She will now join us to present our doctoral candidates to the President for degree conferral.
Thank you, Dean Reynolds Fisher. Good afternoon, Beach family and friends. Let's make it official. As Provost for California State University, Long Beach, it is my duty and pleasure today to present the candidates for the highest degree we bestow upon a student, the doctoral degree. Students achieve this by several years of additional coursework, examinations, and finally by conducting original research and writing a doctoral dissertation. Will the candidates for the doctoral degree come forward to be hooded?
You have been recommended to me by the Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs, and by your Dean and by your distinguished faculty. Therefore, by the authority vested in me by the Chancellor and the Board of Trustees of the California State University, I confer upon each of you who has fulfilled all requirements the degree of Doctor of Physical Therapy with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Amalia Cruz Gonzalez. Felicia Lynette Kelly.
Charlene Gajudo Reyes.
Ethan Lewis Lay.
Will all of the candidates for the master's degree please stand or remain standing if you're able? President Connolly, these candidates have satisfactorily completed all requirements for the Master of Arts, the Master of Science, the Master of Science in Nursing, or the Master of Public Health, and have been approved by the faculty of the College of Health and Human Services to receive their degrees.
You have been recommended to me by the Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs, and by your Dean and by your distinguished faculty. Therefore, by the authority vested in me by the Chancellor and the Board of Trustees of the California State University, I confer upon each of you who has fulfilled all requirements the appropriate master's degree with all rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
And now for our bachelor's degrees. Will all of the candidates for the bachelor's degrees please stand or remain standing if you're able? All bachelor's degrees. There we go. President Connolly, these candidates have satisfactorily completed all requirements for the Bachelor of Arts or the Bachelor of Science and have been approved by the faculty of the College of Health and Human Services to receive their degrees.
You have been recommended to me by the Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs and by your Dean and by your distinguished faculty. Therefore, by the authority vested in me by the Chancellor and the Board of Trustees of the California State University, I confer upon each of you who has fulfilled all requirements the appropriate bachelor's degree with all rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Baccalaureate graduates, you may now move your tassel to the left side of your cap. This signifies the completion of your undergraduate degree. Congratulations. You may be seated.
All right, College of Health and Human Services. It's now time for the procession. Graduates, please be reminded that after receiving your degree recognition, faculty marshals will escort you back to your seat. Thank you in advance for your cooperation. Let's begin.
Genesis Amador,
Sosimalin Vong Long,
Jasmine Garcia,
Alexandria Dominguez,
Carissa Sepulveda,
Sara Elfawal,
Wanda Jacob,
Denise Karina Medina, Olivia Roberts, Ariana Martinez Gonzalez,
Melissa Salazar Martinez,
Victoria Egbo, Chelsea Chinwendu Egbo,
Paula Perdomo,
Tiffany Cow,
Phoebe Ann Ryder,
Angeli Menguito de la Cruz, Vanessa Maricela Enciso,
Ariana Pretolani,
Eleanor Flores,
Daisy Ramirez,
Isabel Marie Lawley,
Daisy Alvarez,
Catherine Natalie Noboa,
Dana Gabriela Gutierrez Aguilera,
Marisa R. Stockton,
Michelle Maldonado,
Eve Maitien Cow,
Mauricio Valdez,
Andrew DeLucas, Giselle Castillo Urquidez,
Lakshmi Neha Nidadavolu,
Javier Duran, Maria Jose Fuentes,
Kelly Knock Lynn,
Julie V. Nguyen,
Patricia Cortez,
Dana Tevi Nu,
Penhata Heng,
Lauren Elizabeth Smith,
Alice Mary Navale, Caitlin Ann Diopante Magante.
Laura Isabel Vasquez.
Andrea Gloribel Barahona.
Elena Fabiola Ibarra.
Rachel Westphal.
Caroline Quintero. Valentine Narksuan.
Paul Ho.
Danielle Jeanette Bayonne Gill.
Cassandra N. Ibarra.
Fabiola Alvarez.
Marie Antoinette Vidalin.
Magali Medina.
Adebimpe Odunayo Akinwalere. Alexa Monica Basa.
Selene Tovar.
Stephanie Perez Martinez.
Melanie Gomez Flores.
Jacqueline Maldonado.
Afia Fairuz Tasnim.
Alexandria Alyssa Mario Bard.
Delia Victoria Acedo.
Jocelyn del Rosario Peña. Pamela Michelle Martinez. Chanel Viridiana Ruiz. Melissa Pompa.
Amaya Renee Broyles. Nahal Amira Slani.
Andrew Stephen Rohrbach.
Catherine Croft.
Cheyenne Pinedo.
Nicole Ryan Vargas.
Gabriela Nishme Marlen. Petra Rochelle Richard.
Danielle Bayo.
Brandy Lynn Huffines. Diego Lopez Delgado.
Santos Chavez.
James Benjamin Sabino.
Cody Ray Richard Adams. Paula Fernanda Davila.
Angel de Jesus Ponce.
William Decker.
Jaden Byron Simpson.
Danica Alexis Castro.
Justin Lamar May.
Cesar Lenarduzzi. Asha Camelia Hinton. Holly Usenhoven.
Evelyn Castillo.
Eddie Lynn Gomez.
Derek Joshua Thomas.
Jack Murphy.
Mark Anthony Herrera.
Alondra Rodriguez.
Alexandra Desiree Tejeda.
Karen Clementina Rios. Tylo Mendoza. Emily Catherine McIntosh.
Kyle Tennell.
Michael Gary Kitchen.
Alessa Beal Lopez.
Daisy Ciclali Moran.
Dexter Dong.
Eduardo Reyes.
Rafael Chavez Jr.
Shane Stephen Castellanos.
Kaylee May Lamb.
Lexi Stroud.
Nicholas McInnes.
Kyle Matthew Boisel.
Rodolfo Mendez.
Shaysen Amara Spellman. Adam Zaidan Fadl Zaidan.
Nikolai Freshlin.
Caroline Vames.
Alonzo Shea Davis.
Emily Fernanda Martinez.
Omar Becheril.
Victoria Kohler.
Venus DeBon Lyon.
Erica Danielle Murillo.
Candace Kwan.
Ivan Reyes Acosta.
Danny Schallenberger.
Stephanie Delisa Furtado Ebanks.
Daniel Stephen Matoto.
Sebastian Tajan John. Dylan Joseph Lau. Jeremiah Nikolai Lewis.
James Setsuo Masutani. Mizuho Mori. Miriam Ramos. Vanessa Marie Navarro.
Roxy Aquino. Christian Ismael Delgado. Kennedy Dragon.
Ashley Ariana Miranda. Alice Ma.
Jasmine Zoe Hardy.
Samantha Matea Filner.
Tony Craigs Thomas.
Marley Balin Frederick.
Ariane Lebrec.
Glenda Alexis Stamper.
Casey Akiko Hirakawa. Pauline Marie Hofilina.
Chloe M. Pham. Curtis Nguyen.
Courtney Reese Wilson. Veronica Smith.
Kate Isabel Gosella.
Andrea Alcaraz.
Sofia Herrera.
Jennifer Ashley Barroso Swartz.
Julie Nguyen.
Vivian Hao Nguyen.
Amanda Isabel Saldivar.
Adriana Marie Del Vasto.
Michaela Lashley.
Allison Alexandra Wynn. Alexia Perez.
Daniel Tello.
Amanda Julianne Kabatai.
Samuel Monique A. Warner.
Amy Nguyen.
Ayman Hossam Ibrahim.
Vivian Dayanire Rocha.
Natalie Cassandra Figueroa. Grecia Ruby de la O.
Brenda Paulus.
Fabiola Guerrero.
Rachel Uyen Nguyen.
Cindy Win Vu.
Michaela Gail Del Rosario.
Very Miranda.
Daniela Gonzalez Salunga.
Brianna Danielle Gonzalez.
Samantha Rubio. Danny Wynn.
Natalia Rebecca Sarignana.
Cassandra Isabel Adame Alvarez. Michelle Fernandez Gomez.
Kaylin Poe.
Chanel Moni Asare. Giselle Monique Castaneda. Jaciel Alvarez.
Katrina K. Watson.
Noelle Marie Ho.
Beef Duchala.
Deliani Julissa Pineda.
Jasenia Vallejo.
Dylan Ryan Hund.
Jenny Min Nguyen.
Caitlin Tuyet Dieppe. Angela May Cruz de Guzman.
Guadalupe Hill.
Johanna Ramirez.
Nisa Syed. Iman Sheikh.
Tyler Hugh Huang.
Christian S. Borillo. Jarrell Rhine Bonglo Cara.
Angela Nicole Palma Padua.
Charlotte Laxamena.
Brianna Dela Cruz.
Hilson Tan Lee.
Betsaida Rodriguez.
Josefina Arzeta.
Chelsea Fung Ngo. Kevin Kwa Win.
Paul Dean.
Caitlin Vial Poi Mangahas.
Alexander Roman Ugalde.
Julio Cesar Juarez. Leon B. Jett.
Deandra Krantema Opoku.
Melina Elaine Barrios. Jessica Michelle Bridges.
Denise Elizabeth Peña. Gabriela Nusanegara. Rachel Tan Nguyen.
April Huynh.
Shrija Raviliseti.
Lindsay Emily Vasquez.
Devon Mia Luong. Tyler Huynh.
Angela Tran.
Brianna Wynn. Henry T. Wynn.
Arwin Lizelle Pascua Senatin.
Janelle Nicole Denicio Gonzalez. Madeline Mercy Kanya Gonzalez. Inez Melody Gonzalez Correa.
Kevin Santos. Elise Melissa Soto.
Anna Marie Guting.
Amia Jasmine Chuan.
Leon Truong Pham. Amaya Inez Quirarte. Kimberly Navas Garcia.
Karina Veronica Guardado.
Shello Ellie Cher Papugol Contrano. Rosa Cardoso.
Alessa Maria Serrano.
Alejandra Elias.
Sarah Nicole Oxley.
Valeria Ceja Figueroa.
Peggy Jang. Daniela Leticia Vivas.
Paula Alcaraz.
Jeanette G. Rosales Robles.
Giselle Carmen. Paige Amber Aldiger.
Divya Dinesh Kumar Patel.
Sandra Bao. Hanan Al-Sayag. Dina Al-Sayag. Dulce Maria Covarrubias.
Jihei Kang.
Kathy Lee Cat Nguyen.
Darius Andaya.
Christina Liu.
Gina Bian.
Luz Maria Ramirez.
Jasmine Marlene Atzin.
Vanicia Yokana.
An Hui Lam.
Alyssa Dawn Sanders.
Irvin Castilla Martinez.
Kosi Ogbodo.
Alejandra Maria Aguilar Lanza.
Hannah Tran.
Christine Mimi Kim.
Sylvia Allison Calleja.
Gila Allison Yulo Lebo On. Cindy Evelyn Gomez Mejia.
Samantha Antonia Pletes.
Yadira Castillo. Priscilla Ayala. Jacqueline Michelle Bicar. Aleja Denise Erlano Acosta. Yuleka Yaritza Chen Kai.
Angela Rose Patrick.
Leslie Marlene Judge Escune. Emma Isabella Gastelum.
Sydney Alana Acosta. Obina Ene.
Tamira Shirley Hill.
Tao Tram. Dieu Xuan Tran.
Maria Montserrat Astorga Rubio. Tamara Mahmoud Diafle.
Maylene Janelle Leon.
Deja Nicole Rodriguez.
Jennifer Rocio Huanak Gonzalez.
Kimberly Ashley Sandoval. Jafet Valles.
Eric M. Garcia.
Thi Mong Tran.
Trin Tui Kyun Nguyen.
Grace Elizabeth Cockcroft.
Clarissa Lopez. Tanya Gonzalez.
Jenny E. Atilano. Fanen Suhail El-Soki.
Elizabeth Ruby Tenorio.
Karina Gonzalez.
Joyce Diane Bautista Orias.
Raquel Itzayana Bernardino.
Elizabeth Adoracion Zamora.
Nan Lee.
Sarah Chris Ramoy.
Madison E. Carter.
Karen Rocio Rodriguez. Carlos Alexis Rodriguez.
Ashley Acedo Oguin. Guadalupe Fabian Lopez.
Kayla Leilani Munoz.
Lonnie Lee Boy. Mackenzie Shea Beatty.
Melis Elani Romero Guzman.
Layla Irie Freeman.
Kalia M. Hosh.
Desiree Elise Alejos.
Alondra Isabel Vilches.
Desiree Nicole Bilby.
Alvaro Suarez.
Alondra Arenas. Lauren Bentley.
Sarah Joy Verripe.
Juliana Isabel Lane.
Ariel Michelle Otek.
Elaine Hang.
Chelsea Long Nguyen. Kimberly Nak Nguyen. Lena Lone Truk Tran Nguyen.
Rebecca Melida Durazo. Bella C. Flexen.
Kitsia Judith Maciel.
Josette Therese Ortiz Segismundo.
Elise Sirina Calleja.
Haley Tu Quinn Win.
Delilah Berenice Juarez. Zafira Nusri Khan.
Jocelyn Nunez Nieves. Cassandra Alexis Perez.
Amaya T. Givens.
Isabella S. Olivas.
Mariah Nicole Alvarado.
Tiffany Jean Rabin. Selena Nuyang.
Lami Lee.
Zulemi Adziri Palacios Martinez. Rachel Mayorga Lopez.
Ashley Amber Garcia Hernandez.
Margarita del Sagrario Partida. Elsa Pratt.
Thao Than Gia.
Sean Ka. Honora C. Eje. Sophia Christina Grace Bellavari.
Emma Giselle Vela.
Xiomara Gonzalez Ramos.
Brandy Zermino.
Kathy Cho.
Janelle Miranda Ledesma.
Silvana S. Mansour.
Sarah Marie York.
Camilla Denisa Gill.
Charles W. Roberts III.
Natalie Marlena Guzman Villanueva.
Ava Layton.
Louise V. Chupel.
Brooke Alani Martinez. Marissa Marie Madrinin.
Veronica Noemi Buitron.
Odalis Magdalena Ibanez.
Lisbeth Briseida Cervantes.
Edgar Ibarra.
Ulysses Sanchez Serrato.
Emiliano Barba. Omar Al-Najjar.
Kari Mohammed.
Dan V. Tran.
Dylan Vin Quang Din. Kevin Alexander Duong. Rocio Avelar.
Guadalupe Hernandez.
Ashley Christina Abazen Garcia.
Sarai Turner.
Talisa Alexandria Camano. Dana Allison Santos Bautista.
Esther Abigail Riscajce.
Ashley Juhi Kim. Primavera Mia Garcia Trabanino. Nicole Lazaro Olea. Hannah M. Love. Chahoy Loy.
Brianna Lee McCanns.
Stephanie Maritza Soto Meza.
Elena Magali Jordan Martinez.
Miguel Barrera.
Karen Daniela Lopez.
Jenny Lynn Simon.
Ana Salibel Gonzalez Godoy.
Sydney Albina Pesnek.
Leonel Sandoval.
Arden Wynn.
Camille Josephine Abagon Cifra.
Megan Torres.
Stephanie Ruelas.
Jasmine Kaur Sohal. Yvonne Vasquez Lara.
Sidlali Loya Alcazar.
Amanda Salcedo. Valeria Valencia.
Jacqueline Flores Godinez.
Liliana Gutierrez.
Diana I. Rodriguez.
Justice Tanaya Hills.
Jalen Frazier.
Alan Huang Jiangvu. Gianni Isidore Tello. Siath Omal Silva.
Gisabella Rodriguez.
Elizabeth Garcia.
Jessica Solis.
Madison Rosalie Lovelace.
Denise Bernal Aranda.
Autumn Jules Gordon.
Cindy Yasmin Palacios.
Myra Villanueva.
Marian Rojas.
Tren Nak Bao Huang.
Rory Cameron Dennis Lamont.
Nancy Tovar.
Bianca Flores.
Caitlin A. Ortiz.
Jack Kangwan Lim.
Rocio Patricia Quintanilla Romero.
Alondra Giselle Tapia.
Jessica Catherine Perkins.
Ian Thomas Elia.
Melanie Annette Lemus.
Cindy Acosta.
Caitlin Amy Tran.
Miguel Angel Orozco.
Allison Olivia Bryan.
Angelina Marie Velasquez.
Lupita Nieto. Alexa Nicole Palencia Gomez. Vanessa Arlene Palencia Gomez. Melanie Lynn Nguyen.
Vanessa Juarez.
Evelyn Perez Flores. Emily Chacria Pan. Rainer Sta Domingo Paulino.
Mark Christopher Wage Galang.
Kevin No.
Justin Kenichi Kawamura.
Isabella Angelita Villegas.
Caitlin Joy Costello.
Paige Abigail McCroskey.
Elena M. Lepe.
Christine June Bullis. Geneva Anti Le Douane. Isha Rashid Bali.
Mega Inda Tari.
Christine K. Lim. Scarlett A. Hernandez.
Kayla Kalian Sek. Kara Sek.
Megan Tyra.
Trinidad Vargas Lopez.
Brineth de la Roca Avila.
Daisy Guadalupe Guerrero. Juliana Guadalupe Guerrero.
Valerie Arias.
Marissa Renee Turner.
Vanessa Guadalupe Negrete. Christina Marie McKibben.
John Lloyd Capua.
Jaren Minoru Tanaka.
Jemiah S. Richardson.
Sydney Nicole Gonzalez. Caitlin Renee Hernandez.
Lauren Leah May McMichael.
Michelle Lynn Truong.
Emily Ann Jones.
Isabella Jane Berestica.
Anel Limon. Angela Valeria Gonzalez.
Min A Chung.
Andrea Romero Ramirez.
Jasmine Camacho.
Priscilla Keeve C.
Ariana Isabel Carmona.
Diana Mary Martinez. Ronel Andre Caligdan Murillo.
Fatima Asha Boyle.
Roja Rezapor. Aiden Sai Morgutia.
Serena Marie Flagg.
Andrea Vergara.
Michaela Lene Hatch.
Catherine Lilybeth Aguilar.
Arlette Trujillo. Regina Salinas.
Ava Rose Adams. Victoria Catherine Duran. Kanani Alika Andres.
Weishan Liang.
Amy Huang Shu.
Abiel Edgar Jimenez.
Nicholas Julian Rodriguez.
Alan Elizalde. Andre Dominic H. Katu.
Martin Trung Truong. Corinne Noel Williams.
Hannah Jones.
Stephen Dipe. Ashley Leah Loha Ala Owen. Anthony P. Delgado. Fernando Antonio Fonseca.
Zachary Manuel Valenzuela.
Gustavo Navarro. Carla Ramirez.
AJ Jose James.
Robert Douglas Bolton.
Michael Rocco Palumbo.
Alberto Castillo.
Catalina Marie Santiago.
Caitlin No. Lorenzo Xavier Restrepo.
Jacob Xavier Vrugdenhill.
Alejandro Fabian Jr.,
Eric Daniel Merida de Leon.
Elisa Raquel Garcia.
Oswaldo A. Sanchez.
Hiroyuki Inoue.
Andrew Marino. Jose Javier Ramirez. Alex Mengote Manalastas.
Elias Soti Lai.
Alicia Sutrisno. Anthony Alexus Tejada.
Giovanni Avila Martinez,
Eric Kim.
Miguel Angel Ornelas Jr.
Kiu Thi Truong.
Megan Hong Kan Luong. Benjamin Garant.
Kathleen Yambao.
Fatima Paloma Rosales.
Itzeli Carol Cerda, Casey Hope Armenteros, Janice Chu,
Aidan Toy.
Brendan Coe,
Jonathan Benjamin Guerrero.
Samantha Wen.
Victoria Gershon. Alexis Nicole Gallardo Haig. Morgan Ella Irvine.
May Timapon Sila.
Alexis Ray Canent,
Jordan Belguera Taylor.
Vivian H. Doe,
Gianna Shea Gozo.
Leah Elizabeth Ferris, Alexis June Castillo,
Emily A. Stein.
Ana Simone Russum. Roxana Romero.
Gabriela Ivana Escalante,
Mia Henderson. Tracy Tyree Logan.
Negar Tehranian Torghabe. Samanda Jean Sweet.
Alexi Maria Gomez.
Jesus Ramon Perez.
Alexander Luis Varela.
Carly Ann Clark,
Jasmine Angelina Abdallah Juco.
Lee Ann Anderson,
Christian Abraham Martinez.
Mariana Francesca Whittle.
Vitalia Fortai Repke Afuk,
Micah James Norfles.
Haley K. Fune, Rowan Edward Dupre,
Sarah Elizabeth Walsh.
Isela Ochoa.
Natalie Nicole Garcia Salas.
Valentina Enriquez,
Dakota Teuscher.
Catherine Lee.
Alicia Chelsea Pangilinan Buendia.
Ian Paulo Pacalin Gracilla.
Jenna Zainab Shahada.
Celine Ron.
Maria Fernanda Valdez.
Thomas Quintero.
Caleb Brian Chapa. Michael Allen.
Mariana Martinez Santiago.
Nanaka Ebony Houston. Maya Kaitina Gibson. Jada Holmes.
Brianna Shaw Swillis.
Brett Thomas Hope.
Justin M. Pinala.
Caesar Aguilar.
Zane Matthew Graham.
Darian Min Ding.
Jordan Nguyen. Kevin Quan Nguyen.
Sean Dial Varai.
Sofia Navarro.
Junir Naji Faraj Ibrahim. Danny Hinojosa.
Manuel Nicolas Montes. Rohan Patel.
Daniel Etseves.
Eduardo Longoria.
James Brendan Manolo Casimiro.
Andrew Jonathan Chen.
Roberto Paul Lee.
Sofia Martinez.
Vanessa Cordero.
Jennifer Marquez. Quina Tien Nguyen. Dean Liang Panprapu. Quinn Huai Malloy.
Jasmine Carissa Kayanan Agencillo.
Yasmin Carly Gruela.
Emily McPhillips.
Jillian Kruger.
Lily Roberts.
Lindsay Michael King.
Savoy Joaquin Dagalea Sapinoso. Matthew Ryan Valerio. Kyle Suzuki.
Sidel Butler. Andrew Michael DeHarse.
Xavier Samuelu Sanchez.
David Owen Mashburn.
Sean Daniel Stankina.
Caleb Reyna. Christian Albert Pedraza.
Giovanni Ramon Honore.
Julian Andrew Christo.
Mark Kerala.
Noah Tanner Rosado. Ruth Moreno.
Euridia Castaneda. Michelle Cisneros. Ashley Marie Cherry. Bailey Elizabeth Barnes.
Alexis Daniela Gonzalez Oatman.
Gabriela Colmenares.
Rodolfo Parras.
Jesus Andres Jimenez.
Helen Hay Bin Cho. Brooklyn Cobble.
Sean Justin Matsubara. Christopher T. Dean Wynn. Johnny Zui Fan.
Ethan Brian Lin. Jerry Kusansavath.
Jonathan Andrew Robes. Isabella Ruth Pellisher. Jessica Naranjo.
Alyssa Kimiko Alaray.
Miley Grace Tabin.
Natalia Lynn Rivera Robinson.
Kaden Asia Choi. Caitlin Liana Assis.
McKenna Woods.
Kimberly Padilla.
Samantha Andrea Alvarez.
Dulce Jasmine Gonzalez Torres.
Giovanni Duran.
Benito Vida.
Alvin Kimbo.
Taylor Rose Springmeyer.
Kendra Marie Lagillis.
Leana Alisa Villavicencio.
Ethan Samuel Galvez.
Angelina Marie Polieri.
Jeffrey Khan and Dang.
Cynthia Y. Lee. Nathan Vince Hung.
Justin Anthony Rush.
Jaylene Sagun. Kiana Yesenia Sanchez Correa. Dory Tran.
Paulina Dalana Mercado. Brandon Resendez.
Summer Marie Lasky.
Riley Anita Vanderloo. Cassidy Brooke Martin Salido.
Madison Cassandra Brown.
Michael Jacob Gauthier Barrett.
Russell Akinde.
Madison Atsumi Gecko.
Lauren Ogata. Kyle Matthew Mukagawa.
Caitlin Susan Courtney.
Ashan Jayasingha. Alan Loreto.
Jaylene Rachel Quijada.
Jake Anthony Bautista Villanueva. Erin Sylvia Stewart.
Emily Nicole Miner. Danielle Perez.
Nicole Wing Lam Wong.
Marcello Edward Mititieri.
Alexandria Bradley.
Nathaniel Hyunjin Rudder.
Ian Koo. Mason Xavier Huey.
Javian James Monteclaro. Austin Nin.
Monica Diana Lopez. Isabella Laura Lopez.
Nevin Maziar Yarahmadi.
Victoria Rose Costa.
Danielle Panagos.
Ashley Stephanie Duarte. Dominique Alexandra Blanco. Sophia Presley Cervantes.
Ling Adelaida Laura.
Kimberly Rocha.
Jacqueline Maxine Gonzalez. Maxime Annabelle Garcia.
Brianna Nichelle Quison.
Nicole Marie Saulus.
Michelle Marie Borelli. Madison Cahoon. Aviana Christine Colarwatolo.
Tansi Mehul Gosalia.
Sophia Mariana Miller. Haley Brianna Martinez. Brisa El Romero. Elizabeth Mondragon. Olivia Christine Quezada.
Darian Tamia Britton.
Akira S. Loreto.
Chanel Gandia Necor.
Caitlin Ray Dabalos Vizcara.
Mariah Vasquez.
Mitchell Matthew Palonis. Riley Richard Pay.
Jose Manuel Cruz. Jamie I. Finn.
Damian Michael Maldonado Jr. Danny Nashawati.
Joseph Philip Ayad. Kaylee Drew Baverstock.
Alexis Hernandez.
Annika Rain Yerke.
Madeline Olivia Finn.
Gisela Garcia.
Madeline Lee Chambers.
Jimena Ibarra.
Haley Bates.
Madison Ann Mondolato.
Brian Gill Day. Ezer Villavicencio Dizon.
Sean Christian Garcia.
Jack Henry DeBoss.
Alvin Natwi Win. Andy Huang Pham.
Emily Ann Hart. Cynthia Ashley Ibanez.
Andrew Jacob Bermeo.
Matthew Jaden Ortiz.
Ivan Paul Bayan.
Alan Nicholas Howland. Ivan Gomez. Kaya Jalen Horn.
Richard O. Arbin Jr. Israel Fuente. Sofia Yvonne Clemente.
Alexa Nicole Potkovaru.
Justin Ryan Wu.
Ming Chun Leung.
Annette Montalvo.
Guadalupe Armenta.
Vanessa D. Leung.
Michelle S. Yoon.
Mona Ella Esquilia Hidalgo.
Xavier Stephen Bedrosian.
Lena Lee Tran. Kwa Win Tran.
Rich Nyet Nguyen.
Joshua Reed Tabaniag.
Mer Chris Caitlin Coringal Maluluan. Andrew Jesus Rodriguez.
Teresa Tam An Tran. Jonathan Koa Tran.
Jake Andrew Paragas.
Nathan Cow.
Kenny Hung Ho.
Tyler Michael Darocha.
Jenica Brianne Reyes.
Paul Scott Elliott.
Alexander Michael Lee.
Caitlin T. Fu. Mia Brianna Ortiz. Natalie Phuoc Nguyen.
Isabel Tang.
Cleo Ann Terrence Belina Litau. Sienna Gabriela Gonzalez.
Kayla Lei Kwok.
Jason Ashton Bassa.
Caitlin Westlake.
Sydney Tam Nguyen.
Timothy Ann Huang.
Chansochita Ton.
Paige Marie Pritchard.
Abigail Rose Weber.
Danny J. Flanagan. Miriam Saber Elethi.
Angela Roberts.
Emily K. Loy.
Nina Carissa Yabes.
Fatima Chacon. Rachel Joyce Dadia Batak.
Mackenzie Rachel Seagraves.
Melissa Carmine Balbastro.
Justin Miller.
Alexander S. Johansson. Brooke Ladouceur.
Ray Ann Marie Samara.
Gwendolyn S. Binarao. Diana Bogarin. Ia Rodrilo Enriquez.
Irene Ochoa. Sarah Jessica Munoz.
Valeria Hernandez.
Fortunata Tunita Negrete.
Yolanda Suhe Sandoval. Liana Lee Tong Sparkman.
Reagan Ann Rory.
Sophia Kim An Boy.
Alexis Nicole Marcello.
Jamie Quinn Tran. Alifia Imtiaz Sheikh. Jennifer Vo.
Chu Miat Han.
Monica Mani Sari.
Jason Francis Dew.
Mackenzie Adina Hernandez. Tari Leanne Kutch. Inhee Jung.
Michaela Salas Silva.
Jella May Cos Corteza.
Lance Joen Narciso Ramos. Preksha Mishra.
Cameron K. Smithers.
Nika Naz Keshavars.
Isabel Tien I Tran.
Charlene Chan.
Joshua Navarrete.
Michael Dominic Banawis.
Adrienne Francesca S. Hidalgo.
Angeline de Vega Suerte Felipe.
Sydney Lee Donovan.
Nanami Kozake. Giselle Kiana Mateo Gandia.
Kenny Tran.
Alexis Brianna Lee.
Ashley R. Santos.
Christy T. Dow.
Christian Ramirez Morales.
Kobe Roman Minjoro Lawinko.
Tara Eunice Wheatingban Atienza.
Nikolai Jose Rabaya.
Kaylee Bakat Gabon. Camilla Veronica Galvez.
Isabella Kaylee Pond. Huang M. Nguyen. Karen Melendez. Alvern Dale Maramara.
Fatima Castro. Saiba Anand.
Serena Lee.
Neri Crisologo. Elvi Crisologo. Jason Ritsky Alpers. Catherine Jung.
Kayla Amelia Nicole Hatfield.
Juan Manuel Santana. Eileen Guadalupe Tamayo Rivera. Kelly Mieko Yamagata.
Gavin James Fernandez Garcia.
Nicholas Charles Demler.
Ryan Salak.
Lauren Tweetrong Lee.
Aaron Jacob Solana.
Jonathan I. Gutierrez.
Andrew Delgado.
Gina Koo.
Daniela Ternida Quilisario.
Tamzida Salam.
Malia Trinity Irwin.
Krista Michelle Yater. Haley Ann Smithson. Grace Marilyn Yakubian. Denise Tom.
Trang Tien Nguyen.
Carson Sarah Lillian Holden.
Megan Rose Farrington.
Emma Yuri Park.
Ella Renee Steiger.
Noel C. Ertzner. Alexandra Christine Emery. Autumn Rachel Bastions.
Yi Za Bao Huang.
Tianyi Cho.
Noel Hannah Lim. Christina N.W. Kim.
Jaden Dewey Tonthat.
Myrna Lugo.
Patricia Louise Suarez de la Merced.
Clarissa Victoria Garcia Lehman.
Catherine Ramez Soliman.
Jacob Gavin Alonzo.
Maya Storm Rollins.
Corinne Zainab Burgess. Sierra Nicole Akai.
Tina Kim.
Kayla Vian Bonda Kazika.
Hanzao. Samantha Chrysostomo Wee.
Benjamin Ostrom.
Joel Cisneros.
Regina Ruth Santos.
Maggie Hope Bennett.
Brittany Brianne Gruwell.
Nathaniel J. McElroy. Christina Marie Knack.
Claire Marie Corzon.
Irene Michelle Evans. Simran Baines.
Faith Nguyen Tan.
Logan Shane Morris. Adrian Thomas Marquez.
Isaiah Tsuruoka.
Abigail Hartanto.
Brianna Nguyen.
Rebecca Ah-Yung Yoon.
Trisha Esponto Cortez. Jane Kaiser Sarah Cabalonga. Lucille Violet Balahedia.
Irene Wu.
Brittany Malin Ho. Irene H. King.
Brian Edbert.
Jennifer Valeska Hernandez. Jenny Ho.
Yaeli Soto.
Amanda Gonzalez. Aliza Jaden C. Ganzon. Caitlin Marie LaRue.
Yunjia Chen.
Carissa Mylan Lam.
Sean K. Siloria.
Julia Gondova Medeiros.
Jolene A. Jacobo. Anika Aniza Gupta. Leilani Ki Lee.
Ayen Maris Pastoral Pascua.
Rochelle N. Vu.
Madison Savannah Manwaring.
Julianne Dana Inshong Cuevas. Madeline Esther Ju Burnett.
Sophia Nicole Ploman.
Rachel Wallace.
Emily Jane Litwin.
Anna Olivia Rears. Crystal Melissa Mann.
Diana M. Garcia.
Keren Sarai Quintanilla.
Diego Galvan Haro.
Jennifer Rivera. Sarai Moreno. Evelyn Maximo.
Cynthia Melina Avila. Charlene Faith Escobar. Abigail Faye Cazares. Natalie Isabella Calderon. Isabel Tadley Spiritu.
Lana Madeline Messina.
Riley Mika Akahiji.
Hannah Rebecca Scher.
Clarissa Mi Lu.
Alpha Dang Nguyen. Andy Rayuda.
Deirdre Mary Cunningham.
Liz Marie Trujillo.
Sarah Alyssa Grunsyke.
Allison Rose Simia.
Caitlin Ivania Alvarez. Victoria Nayeli Abrego.
Christine Mi Huang Vu. Valeria Zequa.
Carla D. Ortiz.
Mariela Magdalena de Leon.
Caitlin Salazar.
Ashley Michelle Ramos.
Charisse Maria Sankarali.
Catherine Herrera.
Ariana Hulamard.
Sophia Fontaine Johnson.
Rachel Macker.
Quincy Jewel Greenwood.
Carissa Marie Matienzo.
Skylar Campbell Conway. Lavinia Bedros.
Abril Lara.
Natalia Talin Nunez.
Catherine Lillian Cranella.
Marissa Elaine Martinez.
Adriana Hara.
Kelly Tran.
Leslie Cynthia Ramirez.
Emali Klimushko Sanchez.
Ramon Acosta.
Your graduation ceremony has ended, but your relationship and connection with Cal State Long Beach has not. For your lifetime, you will always be part of the beach. You will also be ambassadors and representatives of this great university. Wherever you go, Cal State Long Beach is with you. Go Beach! Thank you.